Welcome, everybody, to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torrin.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on?
I'm still recovering from a sickness, so...
You hate to see it. You hope you're feeling better.
Thanks.
But, yeah, we got a great show for everyone this week. We're talking about the movies we haven't seen. This is the second time we're doing this, second episode, if you will. We're going to be talking about Parasite and Reservoir Dogs, respectively. So, yeah, super excited to be doing that. Torrin is over here on a fucking movie watching spree.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to have enough movies to even do this series anymore.
Yeah, I've seen about, like 23 movies in the past, week.
Jesus.
I will name all the movies I have seen. So let me see this.
I thought it was for school, but nah, you're just doing it to do it.
I'm just doing it just because, why not? So in this month alone, month of March, I've seen Ex Machina, Wrath of Man, The Batman, Snatch, Kimmy, The Faculty. I've seen it before, but I wanted to watch it again. The Hangover, Taxi Driver, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, It Follows, Scream, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Better Luck Tomorrow, Furious 7, Last Night in Soho, Fate of the Furious, F9, The Adam Project, Reservoir Dogs, No Country for Old Men, and Goodfellas.
It's fucking Jesus. Out of all those, which one is the best?
The best to me?
Yeah.
For different reasons. I'm gonna say with the worst one is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's pretty bad.
Oh,
the writing was really horrible.
Did you say The Adam Project?
The Adam Project is up there. Yeah, I did watch it. The Adam Project is a 4. I think in terms of the best, I probably have to say. I mean, it's kind of hard, but I would have to pick probably either No Country for Old Men or Goodfellas. I don't know. I think Goodfellas to me, I just love I love mafia movies.
Yeah, Torn has a thing for mafia movies now.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of one of the reasons why I like The Many Saints of Newark, and one of the reasons why I'm gonna I've watched The Sopranos, but I want to watch it again. I want to rewatch it. But yeah, I just have a thing for mafia type shit.
Yeah, I've always eventually I'm probably going to do it for another one of these, but I've always wanted to watch those mafia movies, but for some reason every time I think about going to watch it, I'm just I don't know. Especially The Godfather. I'm trying to see The Godfather because apparently, it's incredible or whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
It's just one of those things where it's some of these movies the reason why I've watched so many movies is I rented all of them. And I rented some of them.
And other ones are just on streaming services.
Yeah, but it gets so tiring having to rent movies all the time because they're not on streaming services, and they'll have and that's the thing I hate about streaming services, that they're always hopping over, the movies will hop over streaming services, and it's so annoying.
Well, they'll just take it off and you can't find them anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
That is why I have physical stuff.
Yeah, I know what you call it. The Godfather at one point was on Netflix. I think the whole trilogy was on Netflix, and they just took it off.
Is it on HBO Max now?
It's definitely not on HBO Max.
Oh, it's not? Hulu, maybe? I don't...
Definitely.
Is it not on anything?
No, because here's the thing about that, too. If something's on Hulu, it's on HBO. It's going to definitely be on HBO Max. Because, that's just how it is. It's so stupid. It's it'll be on Hulu, and then you type it in on your the streaming service, and it's add HBO Max, and I'm well, I might as well just go to HBO Max.
It's not on anything. The Godfather, at least.
Or the Godfather, yeah, the Godfather is on Amazon and YouTube. We have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I'll rent it. I don't care about renting it. I just don't want to do it.
Right. So, well, it's the because I collect physical media, so it's part of me is should I just fucking buy it and then I have it? But I'm so what if I don't like it and then I just have this movie I'm never gonna fucking watch? I just spent $20 on. but it's
Yeah,
also like
exactly.
it's the fucking Godfather, which is apparently like one of the best movies ever made. So it's like, should I just buy it? The only movie I've bought physically that I haven't seen was No Time to Die, because I was like confident. I was like, I'm gonna like this. so I got it. But for the Godfather, I feel like a part of me is like, I feel like I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna think, it's kind of overrated. But
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. It's a 3-hour movie.
yeah, and it's like, even though The Godfather is, again, one of the best movies ever made and stuff like that, I have no idea what the fuck it's about. Like, I've avoided like spoilers somehow for this movie that everyone seems to have seen and likes, which is a similar thing, although less so because it came out only a few years ago, for Parasite, which I'll be talking about today. I somehow just avoided everything unintentionally because I wasn't trying to avoid it, but I just somehow have. I don't know. But yeah, I'm conflicted about this stuff. Like, yeah, just buying those movies that I'm just not 100% sure. That's why I'm like, anytime I go to like watch a movie that like maybe I'll get, I'm like, I feel like I gotta watch it on some streaming service first just to see if I like it. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, wow, this is a fucking tangent.
No, I mean, it's all good. I mean, might as well talk about like movies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
that's
what podcasts
topic
are.
of it.
But yeah, we got a great show. We got the news of the week. We got Moon Knight news. We got some DC news. We got some Mandalorian season 3 news, and of course we got the Miss Marvel trailer to talk about. But let's start off with some Star Wars news. This one has got everyone up in arms because Star Wars fans hate Star Wars, and people love to complain about Star Wars. It is what it is, I guess. But apparently, Darth Maul was originally supposed to be in the Obi-Wan series, but was cut during a plot overhaul. And I'm just like, I read this, and I was just like, good, good. Like, he doesn't for a couple of reasons. Number one, well, really for one big reason. It already happened in canon in Star Wars Rebels. Maul and Obi-Wan had a face-off, and it was pretty clear. Well, the whole point of Maul's sort of arc in Rebels was that he's trying to find Obi-Wan, and if he fucking found Obi-Wan in this Obi-Wan series years before, like, it wouldn't make any sense in canon already, so he had to be taken out. It just wouldn't make any sense. But people are like, but fucking, oh my god, people that just don't sleep on these fucking series because they're fucking cartoons, and they're like, oh, it's made for kids, have no idea about this. And I keep seeing people like, oh, this was such a missed opportunity, it would have been perfect place to put Maul. No, it wouldn't, because it would have broken the fucking universe. And people are like, and the people who have watched the cartoons reply to those people, and they're like, well, you should watch Rebels because this and this and this. And they're like, bro, I'm not going to watch some dumb kids cartoon. And I'm just like, well, then don't fucking complain. Like, this was best case scenario. And apparently it was Dave Filoni's idea to bring Darth Vader in and the Inquisitors and stuff like that. Basically, what I'm saying is, this is the best case scenario that we could have gotten without breaking canon, and people are mad just because they don't know the fucking universe. Ridiculous.
Exactly. And also the thing is, like, we've gotten so much like content on Maul like the past couple of years.
Exactly,
too.
Between the Clone Wars and Rebels.
And Solo and like all type of shit like that. So it's like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, like I understand, like, you would want Maul and Kenobi to fight, but like I said, we already got that in Rebels. Got it in Clone Wars. And anything else. So it's like,
I think my biggest issue with it is like not even the fact that they don't really know it's already in canon, but it's the fact that they dismiss these series just because they're animated. And it's like we even saw it with a fucking, dare I say, masterpiece with Into the Spider-Verse that people just refuse to watch just because it's animated and it's, quote, made for kids. It's like, fucking newsflash, the MCU is something made for kids. Star Wars, made for kids. And it's like, and on top of that, some of the best Star Wars we've ever gotten has been in these animated series. The Siege of Mandalore arc in the Clone Wars, if you condense that into like an hour and a half movie instead of having it episodic, that would easily be the best Star Wars movie, hands down. It just is. Like, it's so goddamn good, and people will never give it the light of day because it's animated. absolutely ridiculous. And then it creates other issues where you have Ahsoka showing up in Book of Boba Fett or The Mandalorian, and you have people be like, who is this? Like, this is random. Who's this chick just randomly shows up? Oh, she's Anakin's apprentice? That came out of nowhere. Like, did it? Or are you just dumb? Like, god damn. Like, just give it a chance. And it's like, especially for the Clone Wars, I can understand, because especially the first couple seasons, it's really slow and the fucking timeline is all over the place with it jumping, but it can be complicated, and admittedly there is a lot of filler in the Clone Wars. But it's like, there's watch guides on the internet that remedy that easily, and it'll cut your viewing time in half, so you don't have to watch all 7 seasons, and it makes the viewing experience significantly better, and it gives you all the most important and the best arcs and stuff like that. And Rebels is pretty consistent through and through, but those last 2 seasons of Rebels specifically are goddamn good. And people in The Mandalorian, we got to deal with the Darksaber, and people like, what the Darksaber? What's that? It has an entire arc in Rebels, and it just adds so much richness to the universe and adds so much richness to these live action series that people just aren't getting because they aren't watching these animated series. And it's honestly just sad because they're missing out on so much. And it's like, I'm over here mad about it, but really I'm enjoying this shit more because I have a better understanding and a better grasp on the universe because I've actually seen these shows. But yeah, it's going to go even further because eventually, the MCU is going to delve into animation and stuff like that. And we've already seen it with What If, and people like Captain Carter is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. People are going to be like, who's this? It's like, we got her in What If, but is what it is, man. Is what it is. Star Wars fans are going to be Star Wars fans. But next piece of Star Wars news. David Lindelof, who wrote the Watchmen series, is reportedly working on a Star Wars movie.
Damn
indeed. Like, yeah, the guy who wrote the Watchmen series is working on a Star Wars movie. Like, yes, please. But also part of me is like, maybe not get my hopes up because Lucasfilm seems to love firing people. So yeah, that's very exciting. It's completely unknown what he's working on. It's unknown as of now. But yeah. If he worked on Watchmen, I ain't going to complain. Whatever he's working on Star Wars, it should be good. But yeah, there's that. Next piece of Star Wars news. This one's very exciting for me. Christopher Lloyd, Doc Brown himself from Back to the Future, has been cast in The Mandalorian Season 3, which is super fun. Yeah. I have no idea what he's going to be. But fucking Christopher Lloyd, hell yeah. Man's a goddamn legend.
You love to see it.
You love to see it, indeed, man. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, but that's it for Star Wars news. Moving on to some DC news. A Harley Quinn spinoff following Kite Man is in the works at HBO Max.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh my god.
It's apparently being described as Cheers, but with supervillains, which just sounds fucking outrageous. But yeah, Kite Man, a Harley Quinn spinoff. Harley Quinn, fantastic series. And yeah, just getting a supervillain spinoff just sounds super, super fun. And speaking of the Harley Quinn series, James Gunn will apparently appear in the Harley Quinn series in season 3 as himself. Apparently he's going to be working on a Thomas Wayne movie in the universe, which just sounds fucking great. That series, man. That series is super fucking fun.
That's just amazing.
King Shark.
Bro.
Howdy.
Bro, howdy. Bro, we need a King Shark solo series directed by James Gunn.
For real. We need a King Shark multiverse. Well, the No Way Home style King Shark multiverse. You got Harley Quinn King Shark. You got the Suicide Squad King Shark. It's just a fucking team up.
Into the Sharkverse.
Hell yeah. But next piece of DC news. This one's super cool. DC is releasing a Riddler Year 1 comic, which will be candid to the Batman universe, written by Paul Dano himself.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting.
That's an instant cop. I'm probably going to wait until all issues are out and they'll release in like one package. But yeah,
because I still need to get the prequel comic. I mean,
or the novel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to
the
get that
novel.
too.
I mean, I already know what's in it, but I
Same.
still want to read it for myself. And I want to get that. I want to get the Riddler Year One.
Written by
That's so
Paul. Yeah, I
good.
wonder what this is gonna entail. Apparently, it's going to be part of DC's Black Label, which entails it's probably going to be very violent, which is exciting. But yeah, I don't know what this is going to be about. Like it's called Riddler Year One, so presumably it takes place before the Batman. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's like him like building up his fan base.
Hey guys, thank you for 500 subscribers.
Yeah, I just planted the bomb, guys. Thanks. Oh, $5 from Riddler Rules #2. Thanks for that. But yeah, that's very exciting. Very exciting. Can't wait to read that. But on to some Marvel news. What If wins? This is kind of controversial. What If won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Animated Series, which is very cool. But it was very controversial because Invincible also came out, and I don't think Invincible was even fucking in the question. So people are mad about it because, I mean, let's be honest, Invincible is better. Invincible is fucking amazing. But it's like, I think it didn't win simply because it's hyper violent, and that's it. Yeah. I genuinely think that's the only reason, which is, that's tough, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, What If, still good. Had a couple missteps, but overall, solid.
Yeah.
Next piece of Marvel news. Samuel Jackson confirms Don Cheadle will appear in Secret Invasion. Man's just letting shit letting shit out, man. Like last week he said Martin Freeman was going to be in Secret Invasion. Now he's like, hey, Don Cheadle's in you too. He joined the party. And it's like, God damn, Samuel Jackson. I swear to God, these actors get older and they just don't give a shit anymore. Like when Alfred Molina just let it slip that he said he was in No Way Home. They don't care anymore. But yeah, Don Cheadle. I wonder if he's gonna suit up as War Machine. He was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just as Rhodey. So I wonder what his role is gonna be in here. I wonder if Secret Invasion is gonna set up Armor Wars. That'd be fun.
That's what I was thinking a little bit.
Yeah, they're still shooting that.
Yeah,
I think they've been shooting that for a while. But also maybe my sense of time is just off.
Oh, mine's definitely off, bro. So I mean, it'll be cool. Can't wait for it.
Can't wait for it indeed. Next piece of Marvel news: Moon Knight. Moon Knight reviews have come in because insiders and stuff, not us, because we're fucking nobodies. But some trades and stuff have gotten a hold and have been able to watch the first fucking 4 episodes of Moon Knight. Like, god damn, should have been us. But yeah,
it should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
The Moon Knight reviews have come in and fucking high praise for the series. People have been praising Oscar Isaac's performance. Some saying it's the only one so far that's rivaled RDJ, which is, high praise. Apparently it is arguably the darkest show so far, but yeah, apparently it's really good. So I see a lot of the reviews saying like it's different than anything Marvel's done before, and this and that, and it's like, I swear to God, we hear that every single time one of these series comes out. It's like it's the most different Marvel thing they've ever produced, and whatever, and fans will love it and whatnot. And it's nice to hear that, but I swear to God, we hear it every single time. It is what it is, though. But yeah. Next piece of Marvel news: the Miss Marvel trailer has come out. Miss Marvel. Admittedly, I am conflicted about this trailer. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the trailer? Because
understandably, it is a coming of age superhero story mixed with elements of rom-com, and I fucking do not like rom-coms. I don't like them. Like the whole fawning over a person type of thing. You're fawning over your crush, and films and TV is something that just I hate so much. Not big on romance. I mean, romance is cool, but like it's whatever to me.
Especially when it's high school.
Oh yeah, definitely. It reminds me of like that shitty Netflix movie. What was it called? All the boys I loved before, or whatever.
I have no idea.
Fucking garbage. Anyways, so like Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool, and like people are saying, like, oh, the powers, whatever. I personally don't care, um, about the powers. I mean, because like she still has her main powers to an extent, so I kind of just want to see how it is first. I'm not like too big on it now because I feel like we should. If we had gotten it last year, it would have said I would have felt different about it. But now that it's coming out, like summer, I just don't really. It's on my radar as much as other shows, but I'm still gonna check it out because it's still Marvel. So
What's crazy is that this is the first time Disney is airing two major shows at the same time.
yeah, because
Miss Marvel and Obi-Wan are going to be just
pretty
same
much.
day, essentially, unless they decide to change something. But yeah, this is the first time that's happened. And so, goddamn, gonna have to watch two shows.
Yeah, our ass is gonna be fucking tired.
Worth it. Worth it. Because we eating
For real.
good. We eating good. But
We are.
yeah, I'm conflicted because I'm watching the trailer and, it didn't make me any more or less excited. I was just kind of like, okay. Yeah. It definitely had that rom-com, everyone's saying Disney Channel vibe. And it does have that vibe. And people are saying, well, it's like Spider-Man Homecoming. And I'm like, is it? Is it though? Because Spider-Man Homecoming is very John Hughes. It's very Breakfast Club and stuff like that. And this one feels like fucking, I don't know, Hannah Montana. But yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It didn't necessarily get me all that hyped. And as far as the powers goes, I'm a little turned off by it because initially, I think we even talked about it on this podcast when that promotional material leaked and stuff, and we saw that they were going to be constructs and stuff like that. I was like, listen, it's not going to be too bad because I assumed it was just going to be her normal powers. They just happen to be constructs. You know what I mean? But we see in this trailer that it's not just her regular powers that just happen to be constructs. She's fucking like walking on air and shit, and she's making like shields, and then like that's just Green Lantern. that's just Green Lantern. Like I thought it was just going to be her polymorph powers. They just happen to be constructs, but no, she can literally make shields and shit and walk on air. And we see, people have pointed out, like we see brief glimpses, if you like freeze frame and like zoom in and shit, that she, how she does that like super jump thing where she stretches her legs or whatever. You see that a little bit and so there is that aspects of it is just her normal powers, just constructs, but the fact that she is doing all this extra shit kind of turns me off. But ultimately, what really matters is how her actual character is portrayed. Of course, the show isn't out yet, and I'm going to keep an open mind when the show comes out. I'm not going to, like, when that power appears, I'm not going to be like, ew, this shit sucks. If it's executed well, it's executed well. It's not the first time we've seen a hero's powers changed in the MCU just to fit the universe. I'm not worried. I'm not, in Marvel we trust, So I'm going to keep an open mind. I really like Miss Marvel's powers in the comics and stuff like that. I think it's really just visually interesting in comparison to Mr. Fantastic, and that's the comparison people are talking about, and like why it's constructs is like it's too similar to Mr. Fantastic, and they're introducing Mr. Fantastic, and I'm like, that would be a good excuse if we didn't just have 3 Spider-Men together, like that have essentially the exact same powers. It would make sense if we don't have multiple Iron Men. You know what I mean? So that's not really a great excuse. And then the only thing I can think of that would make sense for this change is 2 things. Number one, they don't want to deal with the Inhumans, which I totally understand. But
they definitely don't want to do that.
But with the problem with that is, I feel like there's just a way to write around that and still give her normal powers. But I think ultimately what it comes down to is budget and just the fact that anytime there is stretchy VFX, it just doesn't look that great. And eventually they're going to have to get over that hurdle when they do bring in the Fantastic Four. But especially for a Disney Plus show where they do have a smaller budget, it makes sense to change that up a bit. And people have also pointed out that it would also make it visually more interesting and contrast more with the other Marvel characters. And by Marvel characters, I mean like Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau, who have, Captain Marvel has sort of this yellow glowiness to her, and Monica seems to have this blue sort of thing going on. So to have Miss Marvel be purple, it would have that, sort of contrast with all three of them, now that they're all three of them are going to be in the Marvels. So yeah, with that and budgetary reasons, I think that's what they're going for. I just don't know why they couldn't just have her have the normal powers, but now she can make shields and shit like she's Green Lantern. I don't know. It is what it is. We'll wait for the series to come out. We're gonna watch it regardless. It's fucking Marvel, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
gonna give it a chance. It's just, as far as my excitement for it, and especially compared to other series coming out of Disney Plus, it's my least anticipated as of right now.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like what I said a couple minutes ago. Like, if it came out last year at the time it was supposed to be, I know I would have probably enjoyed it a lot more, because we're supposed to get it like around September, October, around there. But now that it's coming out now, I just I'm not saying I couldn't care less for it, but like it's definitely not on my radar as like other Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, and part of why I'm keeping like an open mind is like because I mean, I can't speak for you, but at least for me, that's how I felt about Black Widow. But then when I watched Black Widow, I was like, wait, this shit, I really like this.
Like, this shit's kind of fire.
Yeah, so like that could be a similar thing going for Miss Marvel, and I hope that is the case, because I want to like it. I really like Miss Marvel's character. I love her vibe. And now especially that Spider-Man is Spider-Man now, and he's going off to college and shit. To have a youthful kid character coming in, it would be nice to have that. So, I really loved her in the Avengers game. I really liked the portrayal of her character there. I thought she was super fun. So I hope to get, that vibe. I hope to get that same sort of feeling from her character in this series. But yeah, I'm excited, but also not excited. I'm excited for new Marvel, but, is what it is. I'm mostly anticipating, as far as Marvel shows goes right now, She-Hulk, because that sounds, well, Moon Knight, obviously, but that's like right around the corner. But yeah, She-Hulk sounds super fucking fun to me. I'm mostly worried, speaking of She-Hulk, I'm mostly worried about like people dismissing it, because apparently it is supposed to, like, it's meant to be a comedy, and I feel like people are going to be like, oh, typical Marvel, like trying to do quips and shit, and I'm like, that's the point of the series. But also, if Daredevil is supposed to be in it, like he's rumored to be, and it's a comedy, that kind of scares me a little bit too, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it's fine. Maybe. But yeah, that is the news of the week. I forgot to mention that there's time codes. You could jump around if you want. But it's time to move on to our topic, which is, of course, movies that we haven't seen. And, the whole concept of this is it's movies that we haven't seen that we'd be on crack for not seeing. And generally it's like classics from like, like really like generally old movies. But considering Parasite is like apparently one of the best movies ever made, shit.
Very, very high critical acclaim movie. Decided
to give that a watch. But you watched Reservoir Dogs, so why don't you talk about that?
Okay, so as much as I want to say it on every Letterboxd review, but I'm just not going to, because it's repetitive. But I'm gonna say it right now, it's always nice watching a director's first movie, because you see the growth of where they came at, or where they came from before, and here they're at now. So watching Tarantino's first film, I liked it a lot. Very, very simplistic. Kind of the start of his known of like sort of non-linear editing, storytelling type of thing, and just overall finding out the mystery of like who sold them out. And it's one of those things where it's like I love like I really love when characters are like aware and like they know what's going on. So Steve, like Buscemi's character, like he knew what the fuck was going on. He was like, yeah, we were there and like there were cops outside, like what the fuck just happened? And then like uh Harvey Weissel's character was like, he's kind of like, being blind. He was like, nah, like, bro, like that shit didn't happen. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Steve Buscemi's character is like, no, like this shit fucking happened. Like someone's a fucking rat and like someone like ratted us out. And I love the dynamic between every single character because it's always like, they're all complete strangers, so they're gonna have like beef with each other. And so I love the plot twist of how Tim Roth's character was the cop, and that was cool.
He was great.
He was great.
I mean, everyone was great, but Tim Roth was like,
Tim Roth. Yeah. Initially, I thought it was Steve Buscemi's character that was the cop. Because he was way more frantic and everything like that, but because it's always one of those things. It's always the whodunit. It's like, oh well, this character did it. Oh well, no, this character did it. It's like he kind of throws you in a loop, and that settled down completely when he's like, I'm the cop. I'm like, yeah, so that was good. I loved the backstory of everyone's character, pretty much. How what's it called, Mr. Blonde, who is Vega. And apparently, that's like an unofficial reference to Pulp Fiction, like Vincent Vega and everything like that.
Yeah.
Victor Vega. That's pretty cool. So, that they have his character thing. Yeah, he went to prison. Like, he could have ratted his dad out, but, his dad's a thing. Nice guy Eddie, all that type of thing, whatever. And I loved, of course, Vega's character was cool. I think the character that I liked the most was Harvey Weissel's character. He was very sincere with everything, and he just wanted to get the job done, pretty much. But yeah, just seeing like that dynamic of everybody. They're complete strangers. You have to get a job done. They're gonna get some money, whatever. It was pretty cool. Like you said, very simplistic. I like the style of it too. Everyone's wearing suits and shit. I like the opening sequence of Steve Buscemi's character going back to a topic that is somewhat circulated.
Oh yes,
at the type of times of how he doesn't tip.
Yeah,
and it's like if he's like, why the fuck should I tip? Like if you can't make money without tips, just get a better job. And it's like, why I should have to tip because society says I should have to. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna fucking tip you for just doing the bare minimum. Like if you are like, if you've done something that's like exceptional to me, then of course I'm gonna tip you, but I'm not gonna tip you for just doing your job.
Yeah, it's like it's a huge controversy, but really it's like tipping isn't the issue. It's the fact that they're not given salary.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like every other place that isn't America generally doesn't tip, and that like you hear it from them that they look at America and they're like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, exactly. Why are you tipping?
And even like in like other countries, like tipping is sort of like disrespectful. It's like, why the fuck are you giving me like more money? Like I'm already getting paid enough.
Yeah.
Like especially in places like I think it's like most places like in Europe, if you were giving them a tip, they would just be like, no, like don't give me your money. Like you've already paid. So yeah, that was really nice. I like that a lot. I'm like thinking to myself, he got a point. He got a point, low key.
Yeah, he does. He absolutely has a point. But considering we do live in America and they don't have a salary, you should tip.
Yeah, you should tip. So,
you should tip, but we shouldn't have to.
Yeah, exactly. So that's always the one thing. I like that. I like that opening sequence a lot. Like of course, like the virgin tale, that was pretty funny too.
But the part also where what the fuck wasn't dude getting his ear cut off or something?
Yeah, Marvin. Yeah, that's his name, Marvin. Yeah. He was like, he got his fucking ear cut off. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he was Vega was gonna douse him in gasoline and shit. It was like,
see, it's crazy. It was awesome.
But like you fucking see like the makeup of his ear. I'm like, damn, dude, that's fucked up. And then like I was happy when Vega died. I was like, yes, he died. But like, oh yeah, and I like the backstory of Tim Roth's character. He had to pretty much like become an actor and having to memorize lines of like a script. Yeah. Very kind of meta. But that was really nice. And then fucking the car scene where they just say fucking the N word like 5 times, like a page from To Kill a Mockingbird. Oh my god,
and Tarantino can't resist.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's like like it's there.
And of course, Tarantino is Mr. Brown.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. He's Mr. Brown.
He's like, I get the pass. So
yeah, Mr. Brown. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the movie was good. Everyone kind of died in a Suicide Squad type of way. Everyone died, everything. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I loved like how it was. The one thing about it's probably because of my teeny tiny brain, I can't handle non-linear storytelling. But like, if you were to show this to like a casual fan or a casual moviegoer, they can understand it.
Yeah,
which is nice. So I liked it a lot. Definitely a 9 out of 10 for me. 9 out of 10. The reason why it's not a 10 out of 10 is because there was no. This is gonna sound like so bizarre to me. This wasn't enough comedy. I'm just kidding.
No. There wasn't any quips. It wasn't fun.
No cheesy one-liners, bro. I didn't see the Avengers in it. So no, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Excited to watch more Tarantino movies. Now that's the 5th one I've seen, 5th or 4th. Now I want to watch Inglourious Bastards.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to watch that today.
It's my favorite Tarantino movie. But Reservoir Dogs, in my opinion, is Tarantino's best movie. Everyone says, Pulp Fiction this and Pulp Fiction that. And I'm like, Pulp Fiction's great. But I don't know if it is that nonlinear storytelling or that fucking GIMP scene. I don't
Yeah, oh man, dude, that GIMP scene, bro.
But yeah, I think just compared to Reservoir Dogs, in my opinion, Reservoir Dogs is just better.
Yeah, I think it's better it's definitely better as a crime mob film like that.
Yeah,
because it's like a whole team of strangers, kind of doing this mission and like them getting caught out, but getting like ratted out. As with Pulp Fiction, it's the whole story going around and like kind of the main story is Butch, like Bruce Willis' character. Like that's the whole story is like revolved around. So I feel like not saying Bruce Willis carried the film, but I'm just saying that he is very integral in terms of everything else.
Well, yeah, maybe that's the reason. Because when I watched Pulp Fiction, and I should watch it again, Bruce Willis was like, I cared the least about his story, and he is the through line. So yeah, maybe that's the reason. I really should watch it again. But yeah, maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm. I think like to me, I think the third act of Pulp Fiction is kind of like the best part of the film, in my opinion. Like from Bruce Willis' story from like there on out is like the best. Like I think that's like the best part of the film.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like you have the whole like religious talk with Samuel L. Jackson's character and the whole
classic,
and then the whole bar fight scene with Tim Roth's character and his girlfriend and everything. And then like before that, of course, you have Butch's resolution and all that god awful GIMP scene. But other than that, I think that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
because I will also say like people. I mean, I feel like Uma Thurman's character was like pretty good, but like I just didn't really see like. I feel like it didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I didn't really care.
Like they go out to eat and like all this shit. She gets fucking drugged and like has to go back to the drug's house, like the drug dealer's house and shit like that. Saves her, blah 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 blah, and then that's it. That's their night. Like he just saves her life, but but like I said, I would have to watch it again. But at that point, because I watched it like once or twice in a day, I didn't really care for it. But then again, maybe my brain's too tiny and I can't comprehend it, so I have to give it a rewatch.
Well, your brain is definitely tiny, but
pretty smooth too.
Smooth brain,
smooth. But yeah, but if I had to rank the Tarantino movies I've seen so far, it would have to be Reservoir Dogs. then it'll be Kill Bill Volume 1, Pulp Fiction, and then Kill Bill Volume 2. Actually, no. Take that back. Django, Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Django, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill Volume 1, Pulp Fiction, and then Kill Bill Volume 2. Because Django's the best Tarantino film. Like, definitely.
I think if I had to rank the ones I've seen, it'd be Reservoir Dogs, Django, fucking...
Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, yeah, Inglourious Bastards. I'm fucking blanking on Tarantino films.
Kill Bill.
Oh, yeah,
they had Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay, so I think I'd rank them Reservoir Dogs, Django, Inglourious Bastards, Kill Bill Volume 1, Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Kill Bill Volume 2, then The Hateful Eight.
I still have to see Hateful Eight. I know it's on Netflix.
It's good. It's just, compared to the other ones,
yeah,
it's just
for sure.
At the bottom, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I definitely understand.
Just a consistent filmmaker.
Would have to check out Inglourious Basterds and Hateful Eight to conclude my Tarantino thing. Oh, I feel like there's another one.
Seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I've not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Probably gonna watch that this weekend. I'm watching everything. I also like freaking Kill Bill Volume 2. I don't know about it. I mean, like, it's a good film, but like, I think it's just sometimes it's way too long.
For me, it's not. I don't think it's too long. I just don't think it's, fulfilling. I don't know. It's like the first one, like, built up what's his name so much, and then I was just kind of like, oh.
yeah. It built up. Was his name Bill? No, that's not Bill. That's a cowboy. That's a cowboy. Let's see. Yeah, because I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I feel like Kill Bill Volume 2 should have been at least like the same like length in a way. Because Kill Bill Volume 2 is like 2 hours 30 minutes long, I believe. Yeah, it's 137 minutes. Yeah, so that's like 2 hours and 7 minutes. No, 2 hours and 19 minutes or something like that. Or 17 minutes. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's still a good film though. Oh, there's one Death Proof.
Yeah, I haven't seen Death Proof. There's also Jackie Brown. He didn't direct that, but he was involved.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. No, he was. It says it was directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, the fuck am I thinking about then?
Yeah, it was. Has Robert De Niro in it, Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, apparently, like I think James Gunn said his favorite Tarantino movie is Jackie Brown, and it's like, yeah, apparently it's like really underrated as far as Tarantino movies go.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't hear anybody mention Jackie Brown whenever it comes to Tarantino films. It's always like Kill Bill or Django
or Pulp Fiction,
or Pulp Fiction too. Yeah, but so I guess Jackie Brown, Death Proof, Inglourious Basterds, The Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time are on my list now. I could probably get that done today, tomorrow, easy. I could watch those films easily. Yeah, and then plus like I'm off. I don't go to school until Tuesday, so Monday's another day where I can watch movies.
God damn. Man's just watching everything under the sun.
Bro, I'm fucking bored, dude. Like, I'm fucking bored. Might as well watch movies, dude. That's like the best thing to do. Plus I need inspiration because I'm working on my film right now. I need to figure out some camera angles and shit like that. Like, so, man, the best way to know movies is to watch movies.
True.
Yeah. Is
it my turn?
It is your turn.
All right, yeah. We both gave it 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
now we can talk about Parasite.
Yeah, mine's fucking Parasite.
Dude, Parasite is like literally the themes of that movie is so fucking good.
Yeah, bro. I was like, what the fuck am I watching this? I finished. I was like, what the fuck just happened? But Bong Joon-ho, the only movie I've seen of his other than this one, before this one, was Snowpiercer. Have you seen Snowpiercer?
No, I haven't seen it.
Damn good movie starring Chris Evans. But so I was expecting quality, and obviously, it's the best movie ever made according to Letterboxd. But yeah, so I was like, because Snowpiercer is also weird as shit. So, but just I've seen like clips and sort of trailers and shit, and I was like, it looks relatively normal, and for the most part, it kind of is ish. At least compared to Snowpiercer, but there was still that level of like, what the fuck? I was just like, like underlying the movie. But yeah, like I had no idea what to expect going into this. Like I said in the beginning, I just like I somehow like I avoided fucking everything. And the one thing I could say, it was a lot funnier than I expected. Like
yeah, because it is a black comedy.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me, I didn't see any black people at all. No.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was funnier than I expected. Like that fumigation scene where they're like, yeah, we'll get a free fumigation, and they just get absolutely, and they're all like coughing and shit, and they're just like, oh fuck, like God damn. I was like, yeah, that was funny. And then like Min shows up. I'm not gonna remember a lot of these names. Like for the family members, I'm just gonna say like Dad and Rich Dad. I don't remember. But like for some reason I remember Min's name. But Min is a great fucking friend, hooking this dude up with a job and shit. He's poor and he's going off to college or whatever, or he's going abroad. Yeah, but like he's hooking this dude up, and he's like, I need some clarification on the rich daughter. They say, I know it's Korea. I mean, I don't know what the age of consent is in Korea, but like he's like, Min's like, I'm gonna wait until she's in college, and then I'm gonna ask her out. And I'm like, a little sus, but good on you for waiting. And then the fucking other dude, he goes to work for them, and he starts making out with this chick. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be like fucking 15, my guy. I'm like, I was like, it's kind of sus. But
let me look it up right now. Age of consent in Korea.
I think they.
I know Japan's 13.
Yeah.
Oh, age of consent in Korea is 20 years old.
Oh no. Oh no. At least my guy Min is waiting. This dude over here is making out with a 15-year-old. Oh no, man. Oh no.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch Parasite, man. Oh, dude. Bro.
And not only that, he's like, yeah, because he says the same thing. It's like when this whole thing is over, I'm gonna ask her out. I'm like, bro, Min's gonna ask her, you fucking asshole. Like, what a shit friend you are.
I know,
but
right?
They're all shit people. Kind of. I'm gonna get into that, but like, when he gets the job and he goes over to the rich people's house and the fucking housekeeper like goes to wake up the mom, I had no idea what the fuck this movie was. So like the mom like sat up super weird, and I was like, oh, what's that? why did she do that? But yeah, she like sat up, like, I don't know, just the way she sat up like weirded me out. I was just like, I don't like this at all. But like like they were finessing the family hard, but like once the sister got involved, the poor sister, bruh, she's cold as fuck. And she's smooth as shit too. Like she walked in there and like demanded the room and finessed the mom into paying her more, and then framed the driver to get the dad involved. Like what they're doing is fuck, but she was smooth as shit. It was like, god damn. Like fuck me. But yeah. I loved how they were similar to how you were talking about Reservoir Dogs, how they're like literally rehearsing their lines and shit like that. And it's like, at this point, I was like, oh, Parasite. They're a parasite on the rich fan. I see now. But yeah, I felt fucking awful for the housekeeper. Because she seemed super nice and seemed great at her job, and they just fucking kicked her out. I was like, that's not cool at all. I was like, damn. She'd been there for fucking years and shit, and I was like, that's fucking tough. Like, as the movie went on, there was like, the movie has like this great job of like fucking, there's this dark humor, but like, even when there's like levity, he always throws something in there that keeps you on edge. And like when the rich kid, the son, like, because now the mom and the dad are involved, and the kid goes up and he smells them both, and he's like, they smell the same. I was like, oh no. I was like, no way this kid is about to destroy this entire operation by smelling them. And they're like, fuck. Now we got change the fucking soap we use. But like part of me was rooting for the family, and the other part of me is praying for their downfall because I'm like, hell yeah, you know what, get that bag. But also the other part of me is like, God damn, what the fuck you doing to this family?
Yeah.
But then there was a couple moments where I'm like, you know what, fuck this rich family, because the rich dad was all like, man, that guy fucking smells, and I was like, that's fucking rude. He just say he smelled like, and he's like, he does it behind his back, but like, not cool. And then, you know, it like starts to pour, and the fucking city floods, which is like completely like
it destroys like their house.
Too, destroys their house, and all these people are like living in a I don't remember where they were living, but like a ton of people were living in this place because all their homes were destroyed and shit. And then the rich wife was all like, oh, thank God for that rain. We really needed that rain. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because she seemed like, we needed like to flush them out or some shit.
Yeah. I was like, you know, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Not cool at all. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, fuck this family. But also, rich people always be living in the like echo chambers and shit, and I doubt they have any idea what the fuck is going on. And so they're just like, yeah, thank God for this rain. And they have no idea. But still, fuck them. But also fuck the other family too. But shit. I forgot to mention the rich dad. Bro, his voice? Whew, that dude's voice is awesome.
It's hot, right?
Yeah, I was like, God damn. I mean, no, you right. That I was like, man, fucking tell me a bedtime story. Shit.
Bro could narrate my life.
For real. But like, when they have the house all to themselves, my anxiety levels were through the fucking roof, waiting for something to go wrong. Like I literally almost fast forwarded through it. I was like, I can't take this, man. You think this? Because again, I have no idea what to expect from this movie. Some fucking, I don't know. Some fucking skinwalkers could walk through the goddamn door. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But then the doorbell rang, and I was like, oh shit. But then it was the old housekeeper, and the housekeeper was freaking me the fuck out because the way she was acting like she was like fucking high or something. And then like, I didn't know if she snapped or was on something, but then the mom went downstairs, and the housekeeper went downstairs, and she was trying to push that shelf. And that was kind of funny because she was just like suspended like on the wall and trying to push this shelf over. And it looked pretty funny, but then they got the shelf moved, and there was that secret door, and then the door opened, and it was like fucking creepy because there was like this fucking secret basement, and it's dark down there, and I was like, shit, my anxiety going through the roof again. But I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then it was revealed that the old housekeeper's husband was living down there, and I was relieved a little bit because again, I didn't know what to expect, so my ass was on edge the whole time. But like when the old housekeeper had the family like dead to rights because they fucked up and like slipped down the stairs as they were trying to listen there, and she caught on to what they were doing. I was like, I eased up a little bit because I was like, okay, I feel better about this now. But goddamn, then the husband and the old housekeeper are like essentially holding them hostage, which was pretty satisfying. But then the fucking phone rang, and my ass started stressing because again, like you have these moments of like, everything's chill now, and then they just cut right to like some fucking shit that's keeping you stressed again. So the phone fucking rang, and now the rich family's coming home early, and I'm like, shit. And then the mom knocked the old housekeeper down the stairs and killed her, literally killed her, and fucking Jesus. Anyway, the rich mom tells the story about her son like seeing like a ghost, or what they think was a ghost, but the audience knows it was actually just the husband hiding downstairs, and he was probably like going like get food or something. But like as a kid, that had to have been fucking terrifying. Like just to see just this guy just rise up from the fucking basement, like that's got to be fucking scary as fuck. But like, yeah, then the kid, because of that, like started having seizures and shit, and I'm like, damn, that's fucking rough. That's rough. But yeah, the rich dad was talking shit behind their back because they were all like they all had to hide and shit, and they're all hiding under the table, and the rich dad is all like, yeah, that fucking dude smells. And he's there just under the table. I'm like, damn. But that, yeah, at this point I was like, okay, so Parasite, this movie's this family's a parasite on this rich family, okay, but at this point I had no idea, because this was like only halfway through the movie, so I was like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on now, because it seems like, I don't know, everything that could have happened has happened, and little did I know. So, I had no idea what was going on anymore. Oh, you know what? The mom said that the rain was a blessing. I was like,
yeah, it was a blessing.
I was like, you know what? Maybe you do deserve to be grifted, but regardless, this fucking the dude living in the basement like watched his wife die, and so obviously he's fucking,
we're mortified.
Yeah. And now they're having that party and shit because the wife decided to have this fucking impromptu party, which would have pissed me off. Like, just all of a sudden there's a party. But the dude escapes from the bunker. Oh, speaking of which, fucking the kid, the poor son goes downstairs to check on the dude, and he gets almost choked out, but then he's like sprinting back upstairs, and that fucking dude living in the basement was fucking speedy. That man was moving, and then he fucking just killed him. I was like, you know what? Fair enough. but like, that motherfucker like hits, like he kills him, like and then he like fucking drops the rock on him again. I was like, Jesus. But then that motherfucker goes on a killing spree, and I'm like, holy shit. And then the poor dad kills the rich dad. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But then pause, motherfucker, because the son is alive. and then the fucking dude like stabs the poor daughter in the heart, and then like the mom kills the fucking basement dude. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and then the dad kills the rich dad. I was just like, I don't know, but like, and then the rich daughter takes the son out. She finds him, which has got to be fucking mentally scarring. But yeah, the son is alive after losing that much blood and getting whacked twice. But like, yeah, it turned out the dad was like living in the basement for fucking who knows how long, and the son decodes a message. And I have a question, because like he writes that his plan is to like get rich so he can buy the house, and it plays a sequence where that happens, and I'm like, was that all just like a daydream, or did that imply that he did it? Because like,
I think it implied that he did it.
My takeaway was that it was a daydream, because I was like, ain't no goddamn way, because he was like convicted and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that part felt not necessarily in a bad way, but it felt pretty M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems, at least to me, open for interpretation. Also, at the end, the poor kid, the poor son, looked like a K-pop star. In that sequence. But yeah, anyway, fuck that movie for having me stressed for 2 hours straight. God damn. And for that reason,
it's very anxiety inducing, right?
Yeah, and for that reason, it's a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10?
Yeah, no, not really. It's a fucking 10 out of 10. That movie's fucking, fuck that movie, but it's incredible. One of the, like, I don't know if I'd say it's one of the best movies ever made. Like Letterboxd seems to imply, but it's still a 10 out of 10.
Is it in your top 10?
Like of all time?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Top 20?
I don't know. I'm not very stingy when it comes to 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
And like, so maybe in my top 30?
Fair. I don't know, man. I can't like stuff, when people say stuff is like a masterpiece and like all time, I don't take it like very seriously, but it's also like, I don't say that shit. So when people are like, yeah, this movie is like one of the best movies. I mean, of course, it is definitely one of the best movies ever made. It's very well crafted for sure. The symbolism, the themes of, like being poor, class and everything. It's very well done. But like, I wouldn't say like Parasite is the top 10 best movies of all time. Like I can't say that. I couldn't say that. It would hurt my soul if I said that, because I don't say things like that, you know?
Yeah.
But definitely I will say it is definitely one of the best movies ever made, because it is very well crafted, filled with great themes and symbolism for sure. It's also just how like you would word things for sure. You know, that's just my opinion on things like that.
Yeah, it definitely it's one of the best movies I've seen in a while. But like, there's also just a shit ton of movies out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure there's like, people saying that's one of the best movies ever made. I'm sure there's incredible movies that they just haven't seen. So they, that scale is sort of swayed towards one way compared to the other, because the movies that they've seen that could be in that caliber is limited. So yeah, I have a hard time saying like this is one of the best movies ever made, because like we were saying earlier, there's movies like The Godfather that I just haven't seen that could be in that top 10. Like the movies like Goodfellas and stuff like that. I haven't seen those, so I feel weird saying that Parasite is one of the best movies ever made. But it's certainly because what like Godfather was the 90s, right?
No. The Godfather was 70.
Oh, 70. So it was like 76. That's right. But like, yeah, so Godfather was like all those years ago.
70.
So
72.
like, as far as like modern movies, Parasite could easily be considered a modern classic, and it will be a modern classic because it is. But like, of all time though, like maybe of movies released in the past like 20 years, it's top 10. But yeah, just movies in general, I don't know. But yeah, that's like fucking, that movie was like, fucking crazy. And Bong Joon-ho is like a fucking, his directing style, like because he's made incredible movies before, like Snowpiercer and a lot of his other films, just critically acclaimed like every single fucking time. So the anticipation and the expectations for Parasite were already really high, because he's just one of those consistent directors. He's like as far as consistency goes and just qualities of movies, he's like a Tarantino.
Yeah.
And so for Parasite to come out and just fucking blow everyone away, it's incredibly impressive.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like, we wouldn't say like this is the best movie of all time for ourselves, but it's understandable why someone would think that, and we can respect that.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's also one of those movies, like there's plenty of movies that I've seen that it's like were so good, like it was such a good movie, but I don't know if I'd ever want to rewatch this. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Like maybe like 5 years down the line, I'll be like, yeah, I may give Parasite another watch. But like, I'm not trying to watch this again. Not because it was bad, obviously, just because it's just emotionally exhausting. Yeah, but shit, I should go and like watch some videos and see, like, I don't know, just like maybe points in the movies I may have missed that like hinted towards, like foreshadowing and shit like that, that maybe I didn't pick up on. But basically what I'm saying is the Batman is better than Parasite.
Nah, I just think that, like,
I'm just kidding.
I think for Parasite, it's definitely, I would say a 9.5 out of 10 for me. The reason why it wasn't a 10 out of 10 is because, like, there was no
there weren't any quips. It wasn't fun.
I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But definitely a 10 out of 10. It is definitely a modern classic. Today I thought I had plans today, but I don't. But what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rewatch Parasite.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch 5 movies today. You think I can watch 5 movies today?
Well, let's see. An average movie is about 2 hours, let's say. And what'd you say, 5 movies?
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch Parasite, and then I'm gonna watch The Hateful Eight. Then I'm gonna watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
The Hateful Eight's long. In fact, for the Hateful Eight, I'd recommend watching the series on. I think it's on Netflix. It's pretty much like an extended cut, just made into a show.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
But that's long as fuck. So
I'm gonna watch Parasite, Hateful Eight, Inglourious Bastards, Jackie Brown, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm gonna get rid of all the Tarantino films.
I think that's like over 10 hours. You'll be up late as shit.
10 hours. Let's see. I'll probably finish around
because Hateful Eight, especially the
my ear
series. Yeah, I think the extended cut it's about 4 hours. I think it's a little less than 4 hours, but still.
Oh my fucking god, motherfucker trying to compete with Zack Snyder. Actually, no, take that back. I cannot watch 5 movies today. I'm probably gonna rewatch Parasite.
Just take out Hateful Eight, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out Hateful Eight. But I want to watch The Godfather today. I want to try to watch The Godfather today.
The Midfather.
Yeah.
For the next one we do of these, I'll probably watch The Godfather.
Yeah.
If it's on a fucking streaming service, god damn.
Actually, I want to see if it's on. Let me see. Actually, no.
Movies like that and like Tarantino movies, they just like come and go. And I don't know what the fuck is up with that.
Yeah, because I remember they had taken off like some of his movies off of HBO Max and they put it back on there. Because I remember Reservoir Dogs was on HBO Max and they took it off and they put it on Showtime and they took it off Showtime and now it's back on HBO Max. Oh yeah, okay. Never mind. I'm saving money today. I know where it's at. You know where it's at.
I know where it's at.
It's. I mean, is that it? Is that it?
Is that the show?
Yes, that is the show. Thank you for listening to the Avengenerds podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Twitter. That's AVENGE Nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at Torrentino on Twitter. Where can they reach you?
They can reach me at itszenith_ on Twitter.
Sounds good. We have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could really leave 5 stars and a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to the Avengenerds podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later.